Okay, so in this day and age, there's a strong chance that if you have an interview, that interview might be online rather than face-to-face. So it's important that you prepare well for an online interview, and there are some unique things that you need to be aware of in order to perform at your best online. It's still important before your interview to make sure you're well prepared and make sure you're dressing smart. And again, there is a video that you can watch on that in terms of preparing for your interview. But in terms of the actual online interview, first of all, make sure that you're in a quiet room, free of distractions. Make sure your phone's on silent. Make sure you're not going to be disturbed by your little brother next door playing on his Xbox and screaming his head off. Make sure that you've got a clutter-free background. There's not lots of junk, or you're not in your bedroom and there's your dirty underwear behind you and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you've got a tidy background, or maybe you can blur out your background as well, depending on what platform you're using for your interview. Test your technology, that's really important. So make sure you've got good internet connection, make sure your microphone's working well, your headset or whatever it is you're using. Make sure they're all working well and test it all beforehand. Better to do your interview on a large screen rather than a small one like on your phone. So make sure you're using a laptop or a PC for your interview. And I think those are the key things you need to remember. And like I said, make sure your body language is good during your interview. Make sure you're dressed smartly, lots of smiling, make sure you're giving full answers. But do look on the video on how to prepare for an interview. But those are just some tips for you to think about in terms of preparing for an online interview.